Tegan, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for talking to me.
Yes, thank you so much for joining me once again. Tegan, me and you, we go way back to, I believe it was last February, last time you guys were coming around town, and you're coming back.
Old friends.
Yes,
Old
indeed,
friends.
for sure. Are you excited to be coming back now? Canada's big birthday bash, June 30th on George Street, presented by OZFM.
Yes, we're very excited. We're actually, I have to admit, we're kind of really thrilled because we don't get out east as often as we would like. And at the beginning of this record cycle, we said we would try to come out a couple times on this record. So I'm glad it's happening.
Absolutely, yes, and we are certainly glad that you are coming back. And I mean, Newfoundland, we're the first place to ring in Canada's birthday, so I think you're coming to the right place. What would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. We're thrilled.
Now, Tegan, a little while ago, I was having a chat with Serena Ryder. Spoke with Serena Ryder, and she's had a pretty huge year. And I think the only artist that could really rival Serena's, or maybe even top Serena's success the past year or so, is yourself and Sara. I mean, what a year it has been for you guys. Just to kind of recap some of the highlights, of course, the Junos were obviously kind of a big deal for you guys. Pop, album, single, and group of the year. And then, of course, performing at the Heritage Classic in Vancouver at BC Place. How has the last year been for you? Kind of crazy, eh?
It has been crazy. You know, I mean, I think the thing that's so exciting for us is we have a very strong foundation. You know, we've always had a lot of success in Canada. We've had a consistent sort of climb in our career over the last decade. And we've been really lucky because we've been supported not only by our fan base, but by our record company and our family and friends to try a lot of different things. And, you know, our goal when we started playing music was much more about avoiding university and seeing the world. And now, I mean, we have so much more purpose and our passion has grown to include so many different things and not just music. So it's really thrilling to cap off, you know, a decade plus and with Junos and, you know, yeah, the NHL Classic thing was amazing. I mean, really surreal to stand at BC Place and, you know, we just it extends well beyond Canada. I mean, Canada's this wonderful foundation for us, but we've, you know, had our first gold single in America and our first, you know, time being on the pop charts in America and a great debut on Billboard. And I mean, the list goes on, but the truth is that the things that stick out in my mind are so much smaller than that. You know, it was our first trip to Eastern Europe, like going to all those countries and seeing all these young people coming out who are dealing with, you know, governments who don't support them, who are, you know, like don't support gay people and are, you know, cutting funding at universities and cutting funding for, you know, GSAs and who are trying to write into the Constitution that, you know, gay people shouldn't be respected or be able to marry. And I just think to myself, you know, it's so much bigger than playing concerts, so much bigger than being in a band. It's about bringing hope and experiencing cultures beyond our own. I mean, we're very privileged here in Canada. So it's not only been a big year for music, it's just been a big year for us as people, you know?
Absolutely, for sure. Now, it's kind of funny that you mentioned this kind of path that you guys have taken in your career where it's been a steady climb, so to speak, I guess. It's weird. You know, I guess 12, 14 years after releasing your first album, to be winning an award in 2014 for Best New Group Solo Artist at the Canadian Radio Music Awards. Is that interesting? That must be kind of surreal.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Honestly, we laughed and said that, you know, Heartthrob was sort of like career Botox for us. You know, like we recognized that we have been respected and recognized throughout our career by the critics. We've been respected and recognized by media and our fans. And, you know, we were certainly not toiling about in the underground complaining. We've had a very, very, like, amazing career. We've done incredible things, and I would never dare complain. But, you know, we hit a point where we were like, okay, we're sort of plateauing here. We're selling the same amount of records. We're reaching only the same amount of people. And we really felt like we had to explore new territory because if we didn't, our band would break up. You know, Sara was like, I'm not interested in rock and punk rock, and that's not what I like musically, and we need to change it up. And I was like, I don't want to tour to the same crowds, play the same venues, the same countries. I want to explore more of the world. And with those two goals in mind, we made Heartthrob. And so in a strange way, we are a new group. I think that we've started a new chapter of our lives and our career. And I think that part of this journey is about shrugging off those teenage 20s those worries and concerns about pleasing people and taking the safe path. I think we're, confident women who are in their 30s who understand the business and the world a lot more, and we're able to make stronger, better, more popular music, and we've become incredibly ambitious throughout our career. And so, yeah, I think in a way we are a new group. We are, in fact, kind of, striking out, in a new way. So
absolutely. So, June 30th, George Street. It's Canada's big birthday bash. Repartee and Gallo will be there, and of course, Tegan and Sara coming back to the island. It's presented by OZFM. Tickets are still available. Still a couple floating out there. Act fast. Get yours. And Tegan, thank you so much, and we really, really look forward to having you back on the island.
We are so thrilled and can't wait to see everybody and celebrate Canada's birthday. Thanks so much for having me.